Have you ever wondered what is a RP accent? Have you ever wondered what is the meaning of RP? More specifically, do people in England really speak in RP? And if so, should I learn to speak in RP? And how should I go about learning to speak in RP? Well, in this video, these are exactly the questions that I'm going to answer. So RP stands for Received Pronunciation, and in England we often associate it with Southern British English speakers. We call them Standard Southern British English speakers. And do people in England actually speak like that? Yes, but not many actually, probably less than 2 or 3% these days. And it is an accent that carries class implications, which may or may not be true. I mean, these are just stereotypes, but in England we often associate with people like the monarchy or the royal family, people in positions of power, or people who have a lot of money, or so it does have associations. The question for you as a non-native speaker learning to speak English is, should you learn to speak in an RP accent? And really, that's your choice. I can't make that for you. But what you should know is, if you're trying to really go for this RP sound, that only 2 to 3% of English people speak in this way. Whereas the accent that I'm speaking in right now uses RP as a model. I have many of the characteristics of RP, and some people would even call me RP, but I'm more of this sort of general standard Southern British English, which in 2016 is considered to be the sort of standard British English accent. So should you learn to speak RP? That's your choice, and you should know that has a very specific association and stereotype attached to it, and what I talk in is this sort of standard Southern British English. So the question for you is, how do you go about working on RP or standard Southern British English? And I guess you can do that in a number of ways. You could get a personal coach to take you through all of the sounds of English and all of the intonation patterns. You could get a couple of good ebooks, a couple of good books with some CDs or audio. You could look for some free material online. You could go on YouTube, as you are probably now looking at this video, and search for RP accent or British English accent or Southern British English accent or Standard British English accent, and see what comes up. And there's a load of really useful stuff out there. I've got a couple of great free resources that you might be interested in that focus on the 5 most commonly mispronounced vowel sounds and the 5 most commonly mispronounced consonant sounds. So you can click here at the end of this video, and there are a couple of links that will take you to my website where you can download those for free and get started on your standard British English pronunciation. So look, just before you do that, if you enjoyed this video and you want to find it easily again, then click like. And just before you do that, why not subscribe to this channel, because I post weekly videos here every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. GMT local London time. So I hope to see you here next week.